Sumit Singh and Jenny Slayton have had a rocky relationship since meeting online in 2012. Read on for the many lies Sumit has told over the years. Vive since Sumit Singh first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way Season 1, he's repeatedly proven that he's the biggest liar in franchise history, despite some stiff competition. Sumit first met his partner Jenny Slayton online in 2012, and since then, the two have had a tumultuous relationship. Sumit and his long-suffering partner Jenny were finally able to get married in 2021 after a decade of Sumit's lies, secrets, delays, and deception. Sumit and Jenny's relationship has been rocky, to say the least, and fans have watched it play out during several 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way seasons, and also on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. Throughout the process, Sumit lied to Jenny, even after she gave up her entire life to move to India to be with him. She quit her job, cashed out her savings, and left her kids behind. She did so in order to be with a man who couldn't even be honest with her. Also, he wouldn't stand up to his parents. Sumit and Jenny's relationship was built on the foundation of Sumit's lies. 60-year-old Jenny, who had been living in Palm Springs, California, met a man she thought was a 25-year-old Englishman named Michael Jones. Jenny and Michael fell deeply in love on the internet. Sumit finally admitted to Jenny that he was really an Indian man who worked at a call center. Despite the massive betrayal, Jenny forgave Sumit and moved to India to marry him during 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 1. When Jenny arrived in India, she soon learned that the catfishing incident wasn't the only time Sumit had lied to her. Sumit was acting strangely from the moment Jenny arrived in India during 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 1, which she chalked up to the fact that his parents disapproved of their relationship. Sumit would leave Jenny alone in the apartment for days at a time while he lived at his parents' house. Though this was a difficult and lonely time for Jenny, it was about to get worse. One night, there was a knock at the apartment door, and there was a man there claiming to be the father of Sumit's wife. Sumit had plans to marry Jenny, but he couldn't because he was already married to someone else. Divorce in India is much more difficult than divorce in the United States. Though Sumit and his wife weren't happy together, it would be a long road before he'd be free to marry Jenny. To make matters worse, Sumit's wife's family sued Sumit, so he was saddled with a $40,000 debt. After Sumit finally told Jenny who he really was, Jenny flew to India for a visit. While there, she stayed with Sumit's parents, claiming to be a platonic friend. Since Jenny was closer to his parents' age, she got very close to his mom and dad, especially his mother. When Sumit's parents found out that Sumit and Jenny had been involved romantically that entire time, they understandably felt betrayed. By the time Jenny moved to India for good during 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 1, Sumit's parents wanted nothing to do with Jenny. They didn't want Sumit to see her either. Sumit decided the only thing he could do was lie to his parents again, so he didn't tell them that Jenny had moved to India to be with him. Instead, he told them that he was moving away to a new town for work. His parents didn't believe Sumit and ended up finding out that he was really living in a local apartment with Jenny. In addition to lying to his parents about Jenny, he then lied to Jenny about what he told his parents. During Season 1, Jenny had no idea that Sumit's parents didn't know she was back in India until much later after she arrived. But the lies didn't stop during Season 1. At the end of the season, Jenny had to go back to the United States. During 90 Day Fiancé Season 2, Jenny headed back to India to live with Sumit. Sumit promised her that he was working on finalizing his divorce. He also led her to believe that this time, his parents knew she was planning to come back. Both claims turned out to be untrue. Though Sumit did finally start the divorce process, it would be many months before it was finalized. Additionally, his parents didn't know Jenny was back, and they were not happy when they found out. After COVID-19 hit, international borders were shut down. Jenny couldn't leave India, so the Indian government extended her tourist visa. It was a challenging year, but eventually, Sumit's parents agreed to stop meddling in their relationship. Despite Sumit catching a case of seriously cold feet, He eventually pulled it together and agreed to move forward with his plans to marry Jenny. After a decade of lies and false starts, Sumit and Jenny were finally married in a simple ceremony without telling Sumit's parents. Their relationship had a shady beginning, so it's not a surprise that they kept such a big secret from his parents.